up, everyone? It's Movie Judge here today, and today on another video, I am doing another collection review on that's right, Indiana Jones. I am doing a collection review on Indiana Jones. I'm super excited for this one. The reason I'm doing this one is that I hear rumors that there is gonna be a new Indiana Jones film, and it's gonna be featuring Harrison Ford. I mean, no duh, Harrison Ford, he gotta be in it. But well, that's good news. And I hear it's gonna be coming out soon. These are leaks, so it's not confirmed. Well, it's somewhat confirmed, so we'll see. So I thought it'd be cool to do a collection review video on this classic George Lucas film. So with that, I am gonna do a collection review on Indiana Jones. So with that, before we get into the video, definitely if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications, and definitely turn on your YouTube notifications so you get to know all my new videos. Also, if you enjoy this film, give it a like. And also comment down below and tell me what you thought of the video, and also how you would do this list differently. And also, what is your favorite movie out of the Indiana Jones, collection? And what's your favorite moment, if you have one, on Indiana Jones? So, with that, let's get into the video, and hope you all enjoy, and yeah, so let's get into it. Number 4, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So in this fourth film, we have Indiana Jones, a famous archaeologist returning from his latest adventure, finds out his job at Marshall College is in jeopardy. He meets Mutt, a young man who wants Indy to help him find the legendary Crystal Skull of Ascador, and the pair set out for Peru. However, deadly agent Iron Specco is searching for the powerful artifact too, because the Soviets believe it can help them conquered the world. So what I thought of this movie is it was a good movie, but it just didn't have the standard of the last 3 movies, and it didn't have the most interesting plot. So now on to the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good. So the good was it had great actors, it had interesting location, it was in a very interesting time period. The bad. So the bad was it needed some better VFX on some of the scenes to make it seem more realistic and impactful. Also, they should have had the movie more based on something more realistic and historically more of a myth. The ugly. The ugly was that it was hard and it took a long time to get Harrison Ford to agree to a script that everyone could agree to for the next Indiana Jones film. So now on to the Rotten Tomatoes. So on Rotten Tomatoes it got 78%, which I thought it didn't deserve that high of percent since the film wasn't as good as the original. So I rate this movie a 4 out of 10. Now the reason it's a 4 out of 10 is it just didn't get to the standard of the original. Now would I recommend this movie? Yes, but you want to lower the standard of what an Indiana Jones film should be before you see it, or you'll be disappointed. Now on to the next movie. Number 3, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So in this film, we have Indiana Jones on the trail of fortune and glory, and old Shanghai is reconciled into a dangerous adventure in India. With his faithful companion Short Round and nightclub singer Willie Scott, Indy goes in search of a magical shark stone and uncovers an ancient evil which threatens all who comes in contact with it. So what I thought of this movie is it is a decent sequel to the first movie, but had a lot of gross and disturbing scenes in this movie that made some of this movie hard to watch. So now on to the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good. So the good was this movie had some really good action scenes. It had a lot of dark tone to the movie, and it was really interesting. The bad. So the bad was that the movie had some gross scenes, and it was a much darker movie than the rest of the other movies. The ugly. The ugly was they didn't get to the film in the original spot they wanted to because of the disagreement with India. Also, the controversy with the dinner scene. So now on to the Rotten Tomatoes. So on the Rotten Tomatoes, it got 84%, which I thought was pretty accurate to what the film deserved. So I rate this movie a 6 out of 10. Now, the reason it's a 6 out of 10 is because it was better than the fourth film, but not as good as the rest of the other films. Now, would I recommend this movie? Yes, but you should go into watching the movie knowing there is some really gross scenes. Now, on to the next movie. Number 2, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. So in this film, we have an epic tale in which an intrepid archaeologist tries to beat a band of Nazis to a unique religious relic, which is the center to their plans for world domination. So what I thought of this movie is it is a fantastic movie with little flaws, but what flaws it does have, it makes it the second best movie in the series. So now on to the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good. So the good was basically everything in this film, especially the actors, the plot, the suspense in the movie, and the places that the movie was filmed. The bad. The bad was that the plot had it so that if Indiana Jones wasn't there at all the events would have still been the same at the end. The ugly.
The ugly was that Harrison Ford did a lot of his own stunts and got several injuries because of it. So now on to the Rotten Tomatoes. So on Rotten Tomatoes, it got 95%, which I thought it deserved, pretty close to that because the movie was really good and became a classic. So I rate this movie a 9 out of 10. Now, the reason it's a 9 out of 10 is because of the whole plot thing with it not mattering that Indiana Jones is even there in the movie and the events would have been the same. Now, would I recommend this movie? Yes, 100%. It's a classic that you must watch. Now on to the next movie. Number 1, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So in this film, we have an intrepid explorer, Indiana Jones, set out to rescue his father, a medievalist who has vanished while searching for the Holy Grail. But they are not the only ones who are on the trail to find the Holy Grail. The Nazis are as well. Now it's a race to who gets there first. So what I thought of this movie is it is one of the best Indiana Jones movies I have ever seen. And it brings all of what is good in an Indiana Jones film and none of the bad. So now on to the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good. So the good was basically everything in this film, from the plot to the stunts to the actors. Really everything was good in this film. The bad. So the bad was that there was no romantic ending with a woman. The ugly. The ugly was that there was no ugly in this film. So now on to the Rotten Tomatoes. So on Rotten Tomatoes, it got 88%, which I thought it could be a little higher, but it was pretty decent compared to the other films. So I rate this film a 10 out of 10. Now the reason it's a 10 out of 10 is because by far it's the best Indiana Jones film out of them all, and they got every part right in this film, which makes it the best. Now, would I recommend this movie? Yes. It's a much-watch movie for sure. Definitely you must see it.
So that was the video, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the Indiana Jones collection review video, and that was the video. So I'm not going to spoil anything for our next video, but it is everybody's favorite saga, excluding Star Wars, because I know we already did it, but it is one of the best sagas out there, and definitely one of my favorites. So that is what's the next video that I'm going to be putting out next, so definitely you don't want to miss that one. So with that, I had a great time making this video for you all, and I hope you all enjoyed it. So I can't wait to show you the next video, and with that, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time on the next video. Bye.